Alright, what's going on? Today, I'm bringing you a little ranked ZA video featuring big ol' Mega Scolipede. Scolipede is one of my favorite Pokemon that recently just got a Mega this game, and I think it looks very, more or less interesting, I should say. I'm a big fan of it, a lot. I do like it. I think it's just a little bit tanky for what it is, but hey, you know what? One of my favorite Pokemon got a Mega, so I'm very happy about it. And then releasing a set of Earthquake, Mega Horn, Gunshot, and Swords Dance. Earthquake is mainly there for Metagross and a lot of the other Steel or Electric types like Ampharos and Electros. You can easily put this over, you can use this instead of like U-Turn, but I would do U-Turn over Earthquake if you want to do like easier Gunk Shots or Swords Dance. Overall, it's not too bad. Mega Scolipede is pretty strong, as you'll see in the video, but he has two other friends here. We have the lead Meganium with dual screens. This is a pretty bog standard Meganium that literally, like, even Moxie boosted found out. Like, a bunch of my other friends are starting to use this just because A, the instant solar beam is really hard. B, the dazzling gleam is really good. Dual screens is just really good support options. And overall, Meganium's actually kind of decent. You could also do Giga Drain instead of Solar Beam if you want to stay alive a little bit easier, but other than that, it's Meganium. It's nothing too bad. And if I had last slot, I just have a pretty standard Charizard Y set with Air Slash, Heat Wave, Focus Blast, and Protect. I put Air Slash over Hurricane mainly because it's a bit easier to land instead of Hurricane, and most of the time, you won't even be knocking out most things unless your Megazard Y is actually active. Heat Wave is really good AoE fire damage. Focus Blast is mainly there for like the T-Tars, the Greninjas, anything that can hit super effectively. And then I didn't know what to put over the last slot. I just put a Protect, just because I didn't really know what else to put. You could easily put like the dual flying move, like Flamethrower, Hurricane. Basically whatever you want to do there, but other than that, that's basically it. Let's go see how the big man can do. As we're looking for our first match, I do kind of want to mention we do have a pretty glaring rock and fire weakness. But at the same time, it's whatever. I put this team together not too long ago. That's just the only team that I actually wanted to just like sort of like put together. I didn't really have too much else at the time, so I was like, hey, might as well use two of the cool Pokemon that I like. And Meganium. Because I've been seeing Meganium pop off with all my friends using it with the dual screen set. So here we are, leading off with Meganium. There's Dragonite, Emboar, and Ampharos. Pretty decent start, not gonna lie. With the Emboar sneaking up behind me. You might think you might think I don't know. Alright, we'll take the KO, we'll take the trade. Ampharos going up from behind. So that's big Salamence, okay, good to know. Salamence is definitely pretty scary on my end. Got the dual screen set up. Okay, we dodged the fly. That's really good. Now we're getting confusion. Does a lot of damage, doesn't get the knockouts. I think the Salamence wants me still. I have to dodge for now, because Meganium the more bulky of our Pokemon. Alright. We take the double KO with the Dazzling Gleam there. It's not bad at all. You just like Mega Evolve to dodge the Draco Meteor damage. Get the double KO. Not even double, but the yeah, we're not getting a double here. Right, they make the hot swap just in time. Perfectly fine though. Sir, I am a fairy type. You can't Draco Meteor me. Nice big solar beam. Should pick up this Mega Energy. It should be very close to another KO. Okay. It's a big damage here, maybe. That is an Ember though. It can KO Scolipede. Oh, I have max number of times. Okay. Salmons picks up the KO. It's whatever. The Dragon Salmon's currently in. I meant to put Dragon Pulse over Protect on my Charizard, but here we are now, so it's kind of whatever. Get some big damage off. Go for the Mega. There's a Noivern over here. We know that gets a KO on Hippowdon, and there we go. First match of the video is a nice little win, with mainly Meganium being the big carry. As Meganium should, Meganium is kind of pretty nice this game, and hopefully that game sort of proved that. There we are. Very cool. Alright, let me put Dragon Pulse on my Charizard real quick for some nice dragon coverage. And then I will get you guys in the next game. Alright, loading into our second game now. Our Charizard now has Dragon Pulse instead of Protect. It's because I think like the amount of coverage that Charizard actually gets is kind of pretty good, especially in the current format. You get Heat Wave and Focus Blast to hit the Greninja. You get Heat Wave for steel types like Excadrill and Skarmory. Dragon Pulse for like those big dragon types like Dragonite and Garchomp. And Salamence even for that matter. Salamence is also another pretty strong Pokemon. And then Air Slash is mainly just there for Flying Stab. I feel like I could put Work Up over it though. Work Up's not too bad of a move. It's probably something that Charizard might learn. Well, we'll see. Alright, so we got Glaceon, Mawile, and Ampharos. Okay. Pretty scary stuff, pretty scary stuff. Okay, 2 Glaceons are out. This looks like an amazing Charizard angle right here, not gonna lie to you. A nice little cheeky burn on there. We can use Dragon Pulse on you. Nearly not dodge the Dragon Rush. As I get double teamed by Skarmory and Garchomp. It's not very nice. So we're setting up our screens. Skarmory's coming right behind me. We may have Meganium here. We could get a pretty easy KO here. Nice. Nice little Braver Plus off here, never mind. We see Garchomp over here. We kind of want to do something against this, maybe? We can hit both of them here, actually. We could hit one. That's pretty good. Meganium's frozen. That's nice. Nice little Heat Wave off. There should be 4. Good job, Charizard. We do go down to Ampharos, but at the same time, not much I can really do against that, you know? Ampharos kind of just did its thing. Snuck up with a little Thunderbolt. Okay, there it is. Pick up this damage boost real quick. Let's try. Go ahead and not take 50,000 damage from Barbarical there. Maybe a nice little Focus Blast. Never mind. Go for Swords Dance Plus over here. And I'll seal the KO with my own EQ. We even got the KO on something else there. I think I hit the Barbarical somehow. It's pretty cool. Props to Scolipede for that big old damage. We'll go for the light screen here. There is Skarmory out on the field. I'm pretty sure I'm just chilling here, right? There's 2 seconds left. Meganium secures a lot of damage. Pretty nice. Not gonna lie. Meganium got to do some things. Charizard was actually pretty good this game. We only didn't even Mega Evolve once, except for that one time where I got frozen. Unfortunately. What do you gotta do against that, right? When you get frozen, it's just unlucky. There we go, though. Nice little first place finish. I've been thinking about like swapping out something for what's it called? Something that resists fire and rock on this team. And I think I might just slot in Machamp, because Machamp's actually not that bad of a Pokemon in this format. It's a lot of good coverage. Fighting stab is pretty decent. These are some very funny profiles. Yeah, as we go into game number 3. Here we go. Alright, come on, Meganium. You got some work to do, big man. Alright, that is a Charizard right in front of my face, and a Salamence. This is nice. We're just gonna have to face tank the fly. Not much else can really be said. That Charizard's gunning for me. That is a Frostlass. Ice burns. Maybe Focus Blast gets a KO here? Just barely not. Okay. Go for Sword Stance Plus here. I have dual screens. Okay, just barely. Oh my lord. I get the lock on. Okay, we'll take 2 KOs. We'll take 2 KOs. That is not bad at all. Good job, Scolipede. Scolipede putting in some good work here. Oh, that's a Blastoise. I haven't seen one of those guys in here for a minute. Yeah, I don't know why the Salamence wants me so badly. I don't know what I did, but... okay. The Salamence is just going crazy. That is not how I wanted to be in here. Maybe you can pick up a nice little Solar Beam KO here, maybe? Alright, we get the KO. We trade with the Blastoise, I guess. As he just comes in out of nowhere. Alright, let's start with Scolipede here. There's Thunderbolt from Frostlass. Watch out for you. There's a Charizard right behind you. Scolipede comes crashing through. Got a Gug Shot off here. Nice. This might actually KO as well. We do got a swap here though. Get the Reflect off. Ice Screen off as well. I'm not looking at anything too much better here. Okay, I have to swap back into Meganium. Unfortunately, Tyranitar gets a Stone Edge off there. That's what it looks like. Maybe somebody get the KO off. Meganium's just running in the distance. Gyarados just comes in clutch there though. I think we're chilling here as long as we stay alive. So GG's. Scolipede was doing some great work there. Really putting up those big numbers before it got knocked out. We got to see it Mega Evolve. Yeah, Scolpide's got some pretty scary damage in this game. I'm not gonna lie. He's got that base 140 attack, 149 defense, and a nice, really solid base 99 special defense. It's pretty tanky. The only thing that kind of sucks about using it is that you have to start off with the regular Scolipede. I'm just kind of trying to use Meganium to help it not do as horribly. I think it's working out so far. It's doing pretty good. I don't think he's doing that bad at all. Alright, loading into our next match here. This is probably one of the cooler maps in my opinion. It's like probably like more tinier. Same time, I don't have anything to against this. Alright. You got a Hippowdon, a Scyther, really? Alright, that's a lunge. Try to pick up a quick KO. Alright, we get the Heat Wave off here. We'll swap it to Mr. Scolipede here because I don't feel too safe around these guys. Let's see if we can pick something up here. Barely missing the Chandelier. We got a nice little poison off on the Hippowdon there. We might just go down to Gardevoir here. Unfortunately, yeah. Gardevoir is another one that kind of just like disrespects Scolipede a lot. Seeing that Mega Drampa is kind of scary. Who knows what that thing's up to, right? Ooh, Kangaskhan, okay. Alright, going for the Dragon Rush. I was trying to swap out, but at the same time, everything was just kind of targeting me there, so not too much I can do after setting up my screens. Except for this little flex here. Okay, never mind. The Chandelier is just going crazy. I don't think I've seen anyone go for Alpha Scyther at all, though. That's a new one. I don't know how I got hit there by anything. That got a KO off on me, really? I mean, it is Garchomp. It's like the strongest thing in the game, so... Oh my god, that is Hyper Beam on the big Drampa. Just barely missing that Mega Horn is unfortunate. And there's a Chandelier right behind me. I keep forgetting about the Chandelier. The Chandelier is like the big thing that's like doing work right now. Oh, we just double edged the Ghost type. That's unfortunate. Well, there's two of you on the field now. Let's just see if we can get into a nice little Earthquake real quick. There we go. I guess we tied for third, right? That's not too bad. The Chandeliers were just getting all over my Meganium and Scolipede. So, not too much I could really do there. Not bad at all. And most certainly not the worst I've ever performed, you know? Yeah, I don't know. This team is kind of like pretty bad. I think it's because like it has so much weakness to like fire and rock, which aren't too popular. But like if you're gonna be able to catch like the Charizard, Excadrill, and Garchomp carry Rock Slide or Stone Edge for their rock coverage. T-Tar's not too uncommon. I have a bit of communication error. That's alright though. We just move into our next game and hope that we can do something like we did the first. Oh, the dog. Look at the dog. Alright, loading in on Wild Zone 3. Okay. I just realized I never started off where that tower is. I don't think it gives off too much of an advantage. Metagross, Aggron, whoa! That is most certainly a new one. Alright, this may be a bit of a risky play, but we're gonna go into Mr. Charizard here. I did not mean to focus blast into that, but that definitely works as it just swapped out. That is really unfortunate. We're going to Charizard here. Not Charizard, Scolipede. That's the first time I've actually seen Sharpedo be used, though. Just like the big narrow swap. That's some nice damage with the Metagross. We get the KO here. We do get sniped by the Ampharos. That's just kind of whatever, though. Not much I can really do against that. Set up a Reflect. I'm not too afraid of the Ampharos in particular. Maybe we could get a nice little Meganium Dazzling Gleam off. We do! Look at that! I go to Charizard. Get the KO off. There we go. There's an opposing Chandelure right over here. It seems like everything wants my Charizard right now. Go for a nice little Swords Dance here. Even on the Chandelure. I thought I could get Earthquake off. Seems like not fast enough though. Here comes Aggron again, okay. Scolpede's actually looking pretty solid here, not gonna lie. Go for the Mega. This is how you do EQ. Right there. EQ into Mega Horn. Very nice. Scolipede takes next to nothing. Nice little dodge. Mega Horn should pick up a KO here. Alright, Chandelure's looking at me. Don't know how to feel about that. Go for a Heat Wave Plus over here. I was back several times, but as long as I stay like this, we should at least get a two-way Typer first. There we go. Yeah, not bad at all. Scolipede was doing some nice damage there. Not too bad at all, Mr. Scolipede. We get the two-way Typer first, so that's not too bad at all, honestly. There we are. Nice little first place game. Alright, let's do one more. Alright. Let's see what we got here. There's a regular Greninja in the profiles. Might see one of those. Alright, Meganium. Meganiums are both a really solid support and really solid damage option. What's to my right? Pangoro. Does he know that I carry the Dazzling Gleam on me, though? I threatened a big KO here. Yeah, okay. I probably should have just swapped out and should have not gone for Solar Beam, but what are you gonna do? Ice Punch is pretty fast activation. I just did a stupid... Alright, what are we looking at here, though? Did you see Machamp? That Machamp was zooming, you seen that? I still have Charizard for whatever reason. It's looking like the Scolipede wants me. let's see what we can do over here. Not too much, apparently. Alright, nice little Mega Horn. Nice. There we go. I need an HP recovery. Kinda wish EQ worked how it did in the games, but what are you gonna do? That Pingoro's gonna get the KO up on me. That's whatever. Pretty decent Scolipede angle here. Alright, let's head over there. Mega Salamence. Get him, Scolipede. I didn't even mean to use EQ. Whatever. Unfortunate. There should be a KO on Steelix here. Alright, well at least secure the two-way tie for a second. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Pretty nice though. Pretty solid, pretty good game. The Ash Ketchum trainer, pretty much. There we are. Alright. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to show off Scolipede and Meganium, who I think are pretty decent. You see proper positioning, unlike that which I played. You could, like I said, you could do U-turn over EQ if you want to position yourself better. I would highly recommend putting a rock resist and a fire resist, especially if you're using Charizard in the same team. But yeah, Scolipede is not that bad next to Meganium. I just think I needed something to resist some fire over Meganium or Scolipede, but hey, you know what? Not that bad. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think of Scolipede in the current meta, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.